Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Leathercraft Community Podcast Show. My name's Steve Amplew. On today's episode, I'm in Billings, Montana, sitting with Doug Macpherson, and he is the owner of Montana Leather Company. So I'm excited for you guys to learn all about this lovely leather retail store and hear what this company offers the leather community. So without further ado, Doug, welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot, Stephen. Glad to have you here.
Let's dive in and start deep right away. You guys have a really rich history. You guys you're not some startup company. You are a deep embedded leather supply company in the leather community. Can we talk about the history and how it got started and where you are today?
Absolutely. Montana Leather Company started in Butte, Montana by my great-grandfather. It actually started as Montana Shoe Company. And you have to think, this is 1908, 117 years ago. And so what you might think you would buy today, you're not buying back then. There wasn't leathercraft back then. They were wholesaling shoes to retailers. They were selling shoe repair products to shoe repair businesses and leather into the mines of Butte. So the business changed its name to Montana Leather in 1910 when they decided the name was a misnomer. It did not really accurately define what type of business they were. And so they changed the name to Montana Leather, and because more of their business was focused in the leather and the shoe findings for the shoe repair industry. As far as the shoe repair industry, back then, for 100,000 people in Butte, Montana, there was 50 shoe repair stores. For the size town that Billings is today, we have 2 shoe repair shops. Shoe repair isn't done anymore. People throw away their shoes. And so over the years, what they used to sell in the early days, they used to sell things like men's furnishings. This would be like men's garters. Men wore garters to hold up their socks because there wasn't elastic back then. They sold handkerchiefs and gloves and shirts and this sort of thing, of which we obviously no longer do. But over the years, the company evolved, and we started, from the early 20s through I'd say the 90s, we were very strong, if not fully focused in shoe repair supply business. And since that time, with the decline of shoe repair, we started focusing in more on leather hides. And of course, in the 60s and 70s, there was a great interest in leather makings of belts and things, hippie trade, and we had heydays at that time in leathercraft. And to this day, then, leather is our dominant focus of doing business.
You guys have so many rolls of leather here. I had to like just stand for a moment and look at everything. And I have to do some shopping after this, but like
we hope so.
Gosh, you guys have so much leather. I don't think people realize how much leather is here until you walk through these doors.
Yes. People, their jaws drop when they come in. They never realized what we had to offer. Just even with the website, it's difficult to fully understand or have an understanding of what's all here.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's one of the lines we hear all the time is, "Oh, the smell in here, it's wonderful." Well, you can't do that over on an online website.
Yep.
But, and you can touch and feel, of course. And
yeah. That's the beauty about buying leather in person, is looking at every hide to make sure you're like, that's the one I want.
Oh, absolutely.
Versus online. I mean, that will forever be the big conundrum amongst this community, is because people are like, your standard of what's awesome is completely different what someone else's, So, but hopefully there's a nice balance, I would say, amongst everything.
Well, you have to have an understanding of the customer you're dealing with.
Yeah, that too.
Of what type of product they may be making. That gives you a little understanding of what they might be looking for.
Yeah.
And it is a conundrum within the whole leather industry about grading.
Yeah.
Everybody has a different opinion on what's good and what's not so good.
Yeah.
And again, I think it depends on your level of professionalism, whether you're a crafter or do it for a living.
Yeah.
Or you're just going to get a variety of opinions no matter what.
Yeah.
Whether you have 10 professionals, they're all probably going to disagree.
Yep. Hey, y'all, I want to talk to you about the very first sponsor for the Leathercraft Community Podcast Show, and it is Leather Machine Company. If you are looking to upgrade your workshop or to speed up the process on making items, then look no further than Leather Machine Co. They have various sewing machines of multi-purpose needs, along with leather cutting and splitting machines. Check out their website or give them a call for more information. Now, let's go back to the show. So is Montana Leather a franchise with multiple locations, or is it just this one?
Montana Leather was on its own originally, but my great-grandfather had 4 sons. I got to count them here. George, Bruce. Yeah, 4 sons. And one son stayed in Butte. One son was sent to Los Angeles. And then eventually another went to San Francisco. And my grandfather went to Portland. And my great-grandfather had set them all up so that they had warehouses of their own. And they were all, by and large, extremely successful. But they didn't transition as well in many cases, or for a variety of reasons that life gives to us.
Yep.
The only stores that exist right now are the Oregon stores in Portland and Eugene and the Billings. Well, we moved to Billings in 1988 from Butte, but we're the original store, and we're still here.
Still here, yeah. And so how many employees do you guys have, and is it family-based?
Family-based, I would have to say yes, because about 40% of the employees are family.
Yeah.
But we have 10 people working here, and that'll fluctuate a little bit now and then.
So what changes have you seen in the leather industry that kind of, over the years, have kind of, are there cycles? Have you noticed things like veg tan is real hot at one time, and then is it chrome tan, or things like that? Have you seen any sort of changing trends?
I can't say that I have. I think we're currently experiencing a little spike in interest in bison leathers. It just seems to be a fairly unique item, and I think it fits in with Montana leather, bison, Yellowstone, that kind of thing. And I think that beyond that, I can't say that I know of any special trends, no.
Yeah. And what type of products do you guys specialize in here at Montana Leather?
Well, top of the list is leather, of course.
Of course, yeah.
And we try to have a large variety. The more variety we have, the better appeal, the more choices people have. But again, we have, going back to the original product mix, we have components for footwear. So if you're making boots, or if you're making sandals, or if you're making shoes, we have the components to make those. Then we sell dyes and finishes that go hand in hand. And that goes in whether you're a saddle maker or belt maker. We carry a full line of hardware, saddlery, and craft. We also have a full range of products for shoe stores. Part of Montana Leather's strength over the years is diversity in product, and one of those was shoe store products, and that includes shoelaces, insoles, and dyes, etc.
Yeah.
And also saddlery goods for saddle stores and saddle shops. So,
Yeah. And now, what about services? Do you guys do any like high production volume, like clicker cutting or laser stuff, anything like that?
we'll do custom stripping. So if you want to buy hide and have it cut up into specialized size strips, we can do that.
Yeah.
We also offer custom die clicking services as well. We especially do that in the podorthic trade, specialty rubber cuts.
Yep. Now, I want to go back to leather because you guys have this lovely sale flyer that goes out in the emails. I get it all the time, and when I see it, I get really excited because you guys have like $50 hides, $60 hides with free shipping. And for me, I live in Los Angeles. That is, it's a screaming deal. And I don't know if many people get this email or know about this sale. And if they did, I'm sure that, because I buy like 2 or 3 hides at a time. And I'm just like, I'm like, it's too good. It's perfect for like DOP kits and totes. It's oil-based. I don't know the actual name of it because it's a weird word, but I don't know what you guys have named it, but I buy it all the time whenever it's on sale. How did you guys come up with this brilliant idea of selling these leathers, offering free shipping, and just to get this product to the customers?
Well, I have to give all the credit probably to my son, Pat, and he's our webmaster, and he had us primed with a beautiful website right at the start of COVID. And when people got stuck at home, they wanted something to do, whether it was crafters or professional people, whatever. You couldn't see salesmen. Salesmen couldn't call on you. So they had to shop one way. And so we flourished in a time that was unfortunate for many of us. Mm-hmm. But again, going back to Pat, he is also very good at the marketing side and gets all the credit there. And it's, to be honest, a younger generation thing. It's a little above my head, but he does a good job. And we find out from various tanneries and suppliers special deals. And when we come upon them, we want to pass them on.
Yeah.
And particularly when times are tough, whether it's in the COVID era or even today, you know, there's a lot of uncertainty of things, and people are always looking for a good deal. And if we can pass that on, a win-win for everybody, you know? So.
The most recent sale you guys had, I bought one, and it's almost like a tan brown. It's like a light brown. I bought one side of it, and I cut it to make a desk mat for my desk at my job. And I'm telling you, the amount of time people come by and touch it and try to smell it And they're like, oh, this desk mat is so nice. And I'm like, I know. It's and little did they know that it was a $50 hide. And it was so, and there was not one blemish on that hide. It was perfect. And I'm very just like proud of it.
Sure. Well, what you were buying was a cowhide, an oil tan. An oil tan refers to leather that usually is impregnated with oils for outdoor applications, most likely footwear, but could be many things.
Yeah.
And whatever business ordered it originally didn't like it. It could have been the color was off slightly, or there was some sort of defect that you might not notice, but they rejected it, and so they have to get rid of it. They have to sell it to somebody, and so they look at secondary markets, and that's where we come in.
Hey everyone, our second sponsor for the Leathercraft Community Podcast Show is none other than the Leather Crafters Journal. Carrying on a tradition of 68 years of publishing the magazine for leather workers and artists worldwide, they also host 3 trade shows in the United States and 1 in Europe. Give them a call or visit their website and use the promo code COMMUNITY, and you will receive an additional free magazine added to your subscription at no charge. The Leather Crafters Journal truly sets the standard with staying up to date on all things leathercraft. If it's about leather, it's in the journal. Now, back to our show. Let's talk about trade shows. Sure. I attend a lot of trade shows a year, and I see you guys' booth, and I want you to tell the audience, what trade shows do you guys attend per calendar year?
Well, currently we are doing Sheridan and Prescott. Mm-hmm. And we are, we don't do Pendleton because our Portland branch covers that location. But we just heard today of a possible new show coming to Vegas, and we might look at that one.
Okay, yeah. Because I buy stuff from you guys whenever I drive to a trade show, then I know I could fill my car up with stuff. Otherwise, I am limited on my suitcase capacity, right? So I drove to Sheridan this year, back in May, and I bought some contact cement from you guys, which is great because now I don't have to pay for shipping on a gallon. Yeah. Prescott bought some hides, and speaking of Prescott, you guys have these killer deals on these hides at Prescott. When I walked through the showroom at the very beginning, you guys had tons of leather. And then that evening, it was almost all gone. You guys must have done a really good deal. Now, I probably will tip my hat to Pat because I see him. He's running that booth over there. Yep. Do you know what that leather is? Because I can't even begin to tell you how many people were at your booth just buying. They were just grabbing hides left and right. And then it was like people were rolling them out, looking, passing it to someone else. It was just, it was almost like a little bit of chaos going on over there.
Absolutely. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but it most likely was one of two things. More of that glove or oil tan leather you were talking about. Mm-hmm. We also often are purchasing a lot of leather in the manufacturing sector for bags, ladies' purses. We find great discounted leathers that we can offer on there. A lot of times tanneries are producing batches of leather for samples for the big name bag makers, and they're just merely samples, and then once they've shown them, they want to get rid of them. Yeah. And so they go to secondary markets.
Yep. Doug, we have since this is season 3 of the podcast, we have a new segment on our show. And this is a question from a viewer that I have reached out to many people, and one of the viewers wants to ask you a question. Okay. So it's a brand new thing that we're doing here on the show, and I'm going to read it to you. And it's from Justin Comans, and he's based in Los Angeles as well, California. And he said, what do you believe is at the core of Montana Leather Company? Its ethos, and how much of Montana Leather Company's 117-year longevity do you attribute to it?
I would have to say I would owe it all to the employees that we've been blessed to have over those years. That we've had incredible people that have worked for us. There were periods of time where there wasn't a family member running this business. We had just employees that ran it, but they were like family. And I consider this little group of 10 people family, really, that we currently have. But overall, it's I've just been very fortunate to have so many wonderful people working for us. Many that what we would call lifers. They came out of high school and they retired working for us.
Wow.
And they gave us their heart and soul.
Yeah. How do you support, how does Montana Leather support hobbyists versus professional leather people?
I don't know that we make a huge distinction other than we offer professional wholesale pricing. At one time, pre-COVID, we had traveling salespeople who would call on accounts and cater special needs and deliveries, et cetera. Many moons ago, the salespeople would be trained to work on machinery, and they could fine-tune machines for our wholesale accounts. In this day and age, we don't even have traveling salespeople anymore, just the way of the modern world. That's the websites. As to the hobbyist, there's so much that they can gather online nowadays. Videos of how to do anything are there. And then these trade shows that you brought up earlier that we attend all have wonderful professionals, customers of ours, that teach anyone interested at all.
Yeah.
From the very beginnings of basics, putting snaps in a belt, to leather tooling and carving. And so anybody that's new or in that entry level, I encourage you to, I would encourage them to attend one of the leather shows.
Do you guys offer classes here, or at least host a guest artist to come and teach something for a day or anything like that?
We have done it in the past and had good success with it. It creates a ton of interest. At this time, we have not been offering them, partly because it's pretty disruptive to a day-to-day business.
Yes, it is.
And we pride ourselves on customer service. And we want to process orders as quickly and accurately as we can. And if you have a little bit of that side business going on, it's a little hard to focus on what you're doing.
Yeah. How do you guys balance the traditional and way of crafting with harness leather and this new modern style? Because there's a lot of custom sneaker makers, and then you have a lot of saddle makers. Like, how do you balance this here? Is it something to do with inventory, or is it something to do with just your knowledge of your employees, or what?
Well, to a great deal, I think you're relying on the customer knowing what he wants. However, obviously, often they do not know. And so we offer online chats for people asking questions. What would you steer me towards? what do you recommend? And we offer our best knowledge. We have to remind people, however, that we aren't leather craftspeople. We don't make anything here. I have the supplies, and I can tell you all about those. But when it comes to actual construction or making anything, we're not the answer.
Got it. Yep. You guys are the suppliers, and you're
Yeah.
yeah. Let's talk about well. This is all related to the supplies. I'm still baffled, you guys. I can't even begin to tell you how big this place is. What's the square footage of this place? Because this is just fabulous.
14,400.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, it's every square inch of perfection.
Wonderful. Well, I hope you get a chance to snoop around a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna take me a couple hours.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna like touch and feel, and oh my gosh, there's so much.
It's a leather workers candy store.
It is.
So,
Man,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna tell you, it sure is. All right. Before we wrap this up, how can people contact you guys and get a hold of you, talk to you about things and all leathercraft stuff?
certainly telephone. We have toll-free number, 1-800-527-0227. Emails, mail at Montana Leather. The chat option on the website. And then there's Facebook. Any of the modern ways you want to get a hold of us, we're here for you. So.
Well, Doug, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for letting me come in and spend time with you here. This is a lovely store. I would urge anybody who's in this area or who's visiting Montana, Wyoming area, drive up to Montana Leather, because this is you're going to leave with something. It's so hard not to. I already see some horse butt straps back there that I'm like, I'm eyeing those for some straps.
Yeah. A lot of people come in and put a timer on. They can't stay too long.
That's exactly it. I'm more concerned about my wallet, Doug.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Well, the longer you stay.
yeah, the longer the more you spend. It's like, gosh. Well, Doug, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Thank you for telling us a little bit about this company, and hopefully folks give you guys' website a good look over and maybe give you a call.
I appreciate the opportunity, Stephen. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, you guys, thank you for watching another episode of the Leathercraft Community Podcast Show. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.